Good morning team, here we are camped on the banks of the Fitzroy River, a beautiful spot in the Kimberley. We've gotten up early at sunrise and had our coffee and loaded up the quads because today we're going to be heading downstream in search of Helmut Schmid, a legend of the area. But with everything all ready to go, I think it's time to fire up the quad. All right, here we go. You've got to love these quads. They just allow you to get absolutely anywhere. How good? So we're making our way down the Fitzroy River in search of Helmut Schmid, and I'm really interested to see what this place looks like because apparently he actually built it in the middle of the river. And there's also something about looking for something or searching for something that I don't know, just makes it feel like a real adventure. Located in the East Kimberley, the Fitzroy River is one of the world's most pristine, free-flowing river systems, stretching 733 kilometres all the way to the coast at Kings Sound. Okay, we've got to get to the other side of the river, and you know what that means. Yoo-hoo! Here we go. Get it over. All right, this one's going to be a deep one. Oh. Yeah, baby! Woo! A bit wet now. Okay Karen, so we've quickly jumped off the quad bikes because up ahead of us is an old telegraph pole, and I believe this one was part of a network that went from Perth all the way through to Wyndham.
Sure is, Tony. This particular one was erected in 1889.
And I also hear that there was a parallel line that went alongside these, mainly for maintenance purposes in the wet season because the place was pretty much inaccessible. But because of that wet season, we've got the beautiful Fitzroy River here, and I hear this is also a really good spot for barra.
Sure is.
All right, well, we've got the rods on the bike, so I reckon it's time to go for a flick. Well, any time's a good time to throw the line in, but this time of year, it's a bit cold for barra fishing. But it's time to crack on. Helmut Schmid can't be far now. Okay, welcome to Helmut Schmid. Now, Helmut Schmid was a German World War II fighter pilot who moved out to Australia at the end of the war, and after getting around Western Australia for a little while, he decided to settle here in the Fitzroy River. And when I say in the river, I mean in the middle of the riverbed. Helmut built this shack by hand and lived here in the river for 40 years. And when I say he built it by hand, he even built bricks using his old beer bottles. I'm sure that would have provided some interesting insulation. But the problem here at the Fitzroy is that when the wet season would come each year, this whole area would get flooded out. So Helmut would move upstairs with his cat and he'd just go fishing straight out the window. Now, unfortunately, there's not a great deal left of Helmut Schmid because each year the floods continue to do more damage, and after the big flood in 2023, well, there isn't a great deal left, and I reckon there's probably one more and she's all going to be gone. So let's go and have a quick look around old Helmut Schmid's shack and see what we can find. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this episode of Wildtrak Offgrid Offroad. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out the rest of our socials.